Alright. Let's pick up, shall we? Which was... right after the night. Yeah. We need to go to breakfast and figure out what happened. Huh? Was that someone screaming? I think it came from the dining hall. Yeah. Yeet. Makoto, we got a big problem, man. What's wrong, Shaggy? Look. His finger shook as he pointed. Oh boy.
Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
No.
You gotta be kidding!
No. She's not dead. Open your eyes. No way she's dead. Why? What happened? Well, Toko and Hina just all of a sudden they were yelling and then they knocked the pepper off the table. And that led to a sneeze. Her giant balloons are a little too perfect, aren't they? I might be flat, but at least mine are real. And look at my shapely collarbone. Doesn't it just totally set you on fire? Anyway, you totally non-adorable boys, just get her out of my sight, okay? Or else I'll start cutting and indulging myself for who knows how long. Okay, then let's get Hina to the nurse's office. Come on, hero. Help me. Sure thing. Jesus Christ. Good old Jack. Genocide Jack's abrasive laugh chased us out of the room as we carried Hina away. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure.
Sorry.
Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic! That just makes you sound even more hostile! Well, yeah. You're clueless. But man, I couldn't believe it. I was positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Alright, Hina. Hi, Hina. What the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle. Let me guess, the fight was because of Sakura. At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just... Without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her like a dozen times.
Serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Yes, you are here now, Tara. Because she was saying all those terrible things about my friend, you know. Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just as the tears were on the brink of spilling over, the door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was gonna fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us. Hina. Sakura. You're hurt. What happened?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that demented murderous fiend's fault.
Damn.
To hurt Hina. Damn you. To leave me alone, but hurt her. What is this?
How dare you?
Oh, God. Poor Shaggy. I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness.
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this.
At least I don't have to say half these lines. And he's just screaming more. Hiro, if you want to hate someone, hate me. But if you want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly. Why? Somebody save me. Hiro nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going on? What's all this noise about? Kyoko stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room. I gather that something happened. Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line.
Goodbye.
Ooh. Wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Kyoko. Are you still mad? Yeah, I figured.
That's fine.
Alone at last. It's fine. Huh? About that issue we discussed earlier. It doesn't matter anymore. Then do you forgive me for not being able to talk about it?
In other words...
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You were only thinking of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. To think like that. I wouldn't have. Wow, I didn't even have to read the line. Damn it. What?
Because...
Ultimately, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. But if that's how you feel, I really can't change your mind. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's fine. I've already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
may have overreacted. Huh?
Anyway...
It's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Okay, thank you. Yay, she doesn't hate us! That issue we discussed this matter. I want to talk to you about something else. What is it you want to talk to me about?
Indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So...
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess,
Shall we
but...
go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, setting a brisk pace. Ah, Kyoko! I hurried to catch up to her. And then she murders you. Blah, blah, blah. She walked ahead in silence, and in silence I chased her. And eventually we arrived. The dressing room? So there's something else you mentioned.
Indeed.
That's right, it has to do with alter ego. But you said we didn't need alter ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him, I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs alter ego. He has some business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter ego wants to ask us something? Okay.
Correct.
Okay. I was hoping you'd have something else to say, but nah. Hello. So it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto. Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is two not enough? No, it's okay. Two should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network. What? Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, why? Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here saying I finished my work. I don't want that. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school, the only way I can help is if you connect me to this school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the Mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko? I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I see you joining the stream there, Savvy. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed, too admirable, too fragile.
Hey.
Remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? Yeah.
Certainly.
When I talked to our alter ego, I don't know. It tends to happen. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say this.
Correct.
There's no question that alter ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I didn't want alter ego to push himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the Mastermind really will notice it. But...
Makoto.
Let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect alter ego to the network. But...
Hey.
He's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says that he wants to fight alongside his friends.
Now...
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you are their friend? Hey, are you guys fighting? My day's been pretty good. I had 2 interviews today, and I got another interview on Monday and another one on Wednesday. So I'm keeping busy. If it's about me, please don't. I want to be able to say, I know I can do this. So please let me try.
Listen.
Besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place.
That's right.
Remember, there's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. The secret room. That's it, the secret room you told me about. Definitely remember there's no surveillance camera in there. And I believe you can connect to the network in there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port in the wall.
However,
just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. To pick up on any of this, then it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? My interviews, so this morning I had a phone interview with a company for a conflicts analyst or specialist position in which I monitor incoming clientele for a law firm and determine if there's any conflict with any of their current clients or past clients as per the ethical rules. The other one is a contract specialist for the Air Force Base here, in which I would be an acquisitions individual attempting to contract with other businesses for the Air Force. And so Monday is an in-person interview following up that phone interview, and the one on Wednesday is for a different type of company, but for the exact same conflicts analyst. There's no way you can hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay, then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? I started packing him up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh, you can't talk right now. I'm gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understand? Your command has been implemented. Good. Have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden. I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables in one of the desk drawers. There might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. But all we can do is go and check for
It's
ourselves.
true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. I mean, it is interesting. Yeah, I could probably DVD for a bit tonight. After the stream. Thanks, Genocide Jill. My obsession. What are you doing? Living. I see. Heading back to my room. I'll just be there living totally calm. Thank God I didn't have to try to imitate that noise. Period.
hey,
Okay. Hey, Makoto.
why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go and check again. What?
Listen to me.
Hurry up and go, and to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I'd made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm
So
going.
then-
And be thorough. Counting on you. Well, I'm streaming until 10, so that's in 3.5. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. I found it! This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the Ethernet port and cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer. Just hold on tight and put your faith in me. So it's about to leave. I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here, you and all the rest of us, as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My play was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. And there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko.
What?
Yes. So we're just gonna split
Why
up?
is that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct?
Whew.
Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. It's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about, like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's
Sassy
true.
Kiri. Well, something has to be done. It's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. And what should we...
so
If we can find some new clue, that would likely change the situation. That's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego. All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized, so before long at all. I completely dozed off. Ding a dong. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Rattle.
Makoto.
Get out here. Kyoko, what's going on? Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. Suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Makoto, Kyoko, Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window in the rec room door. And I hurried to look inside, and when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in a chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her? I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we going to do? First of all, we need to get into that room, but the door's locked, right? And if we break it, we'll be violating school regulations. We're going to force our way in. I just said the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock, huh? Then why? Feels like the door's pressing up against something inside the room. Is that a chair? Chair? No ding dong bing bong. Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in?
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence, but the silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto? Okay, you two, stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could, aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. Stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! Ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her, all I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
a body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like.
No, that was a ding-dong, not a bing-bong.
Danganronpa.
Damn is right.
Huh? Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room, and I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know for how long, I got everyone.
What?
Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Huh?
Okay. No. whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room. It's one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura. What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it, I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad. What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer?
It's the Monokuma file!
Bum, bum, bum. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina. Oh, you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Haha? Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd have violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe ya one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie, before you get all pissy potty on me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one? Well, yeah, can't you figure it out? I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Now let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. You know, I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura. Okay, then Hina's god number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
What?
Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is, Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault.
Why don't you kill Sakura? I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. You have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're really gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hino, but you should agree to this request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, why would I want to touch a filthy dead body?
listen.
It's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer, all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of a hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Better check the Monokuma file before I do anything else. I mean, it's kind of obvious. She was poisoned. So... let's see. Ooh, I'm invited to an early access thing on Twitch? Excusez-moi. Interesting. So I'm part of the channel points beta if I sign up for it, which means people who watch can get points and I can reward people with points with perks. Fancy is right. I'll have to look into that later tonight. Better check what the Monokuma file said before anything else. Victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around noon. Body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point, the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. That door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So the door is blocked from the inside and there's no way in or out till we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? Guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. Could it really happen in real life? Right before our very eyes like this? Are you curious more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. First is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh.
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door or something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow that. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
True.
The third is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
True.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a
In
locked
other
room.
words...
By that I mean there's actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. See, you see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mystery, those are the basics. There are 4 possibilities. And Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I really can't say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay a mystery. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can for Sakura, if nothing else. So there's the blood vomiting. It's like a vase. There's her protein enzyme as well.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. Go away. He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. I'd rather go before he crushes my soul completely.
However...
Sakura had been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a
It's
fight.
true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? It must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed it if they expected to stand a chance against her.
What the heck?
I already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. Couldn't stand inside of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually, she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, the Monokuma said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. The fact that she'd asked those 3 to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. Might be good to confirm what I just said with the 3 of them.